Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 1. As you can see, in the meantime, I've gotten the full plate armor and I've grinded up to level 12. I also got rid of all the fighter's rings, so I talked with this guy and he's giving me a new dialogue. All true warriors wear a ring. Remember when we had the ring, he was like, you're too young to be married, so... Alright, well now that we've gotten the full plate armor and we got some levels, let's head down to the south where we were told there's that magic temple. Let's see what that's all about. So, we're going into this, there's going to be a new enemy domain when we cross the bridge to the temple in the south here, so... There's going to be one new enemy there, though. It's a pretty tough one, too. So, we cross the bridge, and now we're in a domain where there is a 20% chance to run into these wraiths, 20% chance to run into wolf lords, 20% chance to run into Goldman. All of them were to the east of the bridge up to the north. But now instead of metal scorpions, we have a 40% chance to run into wyverns. So a pretty tough enemy. Luckily they don't cast any spells. The two varieties that follow the wyvern, the magic wyvern and the star wyvern, do. So you have to use Stopspell on them. But these regular wyverns just straight up attack you. But they hit pretty hard even with the plate mail. Or the full plate. In thy task thou hast failed. Alas, I fear thou art not the one that Erdrick has predicted. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we gotta come back here a little bit later. Now we were told that we gotta find the 3 items. And that Erdrick apparently made a bridge with a rainbow. And a rainbow drop will appear when we got the Stones of Sunlight and the Staff of Rain. Well, we already got the Stones of Sunlight. We know where the Staff of Rain is. Some guy said he'd give us the Staff of Rain if we got him the Silver Harp. And we heard the Silver Harp is in the grave of Garinham. So, sounds like we need to go to the grave in Garinham and find that Silver Harp, take it to that guy, and get the Staff of Rain. And hey, then maybe that guy will be nice to us and think that we're worthy. So it sounds like we got a plan. But before we do that plan, let's get that Wyvern and the Goldman off our bestiary list here. So we just wander around here. Hopefully we get both of them. Oh, I'm not getting any of them yet. The Goldman likes the 20% chance to run into them, and the Wyvern is a 40% chance, so I'm surprised I haven't run into a Wyvern yet. That card that you get with the game that tells you what monsters you should be fighting actually recommends that you start fighting Goldmen around now. But Goldmen are actually a terrible enemy to fight. Goldmen give you a lot of gold, but they don't give you much experience. So the Goldman only gives you 6 experience and can give you up to between 150 and 199 gold. So it's a good way to get a lot of gold. But you're going to get gold anyway just by fighting regular monsters to gain experience. So the fact that the Goldmen give so few experience means that they're kind of pointless to fight. You actually almost don't want to fight them because... So... But we'll fight one just because, you know, I want to show off all the different enemies in the game. So there was that Wyvern enemy there. So... Let's just keep walking in the hills. Remember, the hills and swamps have the highest encounter... hills and desert have the highest encounter rate. Swamps have a pretty high encounter rate too, same as the forest, but we don't want to lose hit points walking in them, so... Let's just keep walking around the hills. Hopefully get that Goldman. And then we can use our last wings to warp back to the castle. Tantagel Castle. So... Here's the Goldman. They have about a 1 in 5 chance to avoid sleep, so you could try using sleep on them, because like I said, they hit pretty hard, but, you know, otherwise not too important. Before we use the wings, let's just to fill some time here in this episode, I'm going to go over to the west of Rimuldar. We were told that's where Erdrick used the rainbow drop to create that rainbow bridge. So let's go check out there so we know where we have to use the rainbow drop when we finally do get it. Because we might be getting close to getting that rainbow drop. Remember, we need the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight. We got half of them already, and we know where the other one sort of is, so... Let's just do some preparation, some exploration here. At level 12, we got a nice spell, the Outside spell, and what that spell does is it teleports you outside of a dungeon. So that'd be really good in the grave in Garinham. It's a pretty big dungeon. It has 4 floors. The last dungeon we were in, the mountain cave, had 2 floors. So dungeons are getting bigger and bigger. So it'd be nice that once we find the silver harp in that dungeon, we just use that outside spell to warp us out. So I only have 2 wings. Well, I only bought 2 wings because that's all I really needed. We're going to use the last one here because on our next level, level 13, we'll get another spell called the Return spell, and that basically functions as wings. Sometimes you might want to keep a wing around you just in case you run out of NP and you don't have enough to cast the Return spell. But I'm going to manage my MP pretty good, so that's not really a problem for me. But if you're one of those folks, you can always just feel free to carry around another one of those wings. My inventory is getting a little bit heavy, so yeah, we don't have a bag like in some future Dragon Quest games to store excess inventory in, so we only get what we can carry. So another skeleton. Yeah, these guys used to be scary. They were the recommended monster to fight at level 7 when you got the sleep spell. Now, like I said, they're recommending we fight the Goldman, but yeah, I'm not worried about fighting them. So, yep, so this is a short, small little strait there. That's where we'll end up using the rainbow drop to create that rainbow bridge. But, whatchamacallit, we don't have that rainbow bridge yet, so. Now, one thing I'm going to do here before we head to Garinham is I'm going to go back to the mountain cave, and I'm going to off-screen getting the coast necklace. So the coast necklace has a 1 in 32 chance of appearing in the treasure chest on the 2nd floor of the mountain cave that has the 100+ gold in it. So basically, that's why I use that herb there, because I'm going to get a free herb in the 1st floor of the mountain cave. And the mountain cave enemies at this point in time aren't really tough, so they're not going to really hurt me all that bad. So I'm just going to use that herb right now, and then pick up that new herb to get myself back up to 6 herbs, which is the max I can carry around at a time. So the way I'll be doing it is basically I will be, because I'll be going into the 2nd floor, and then I'll make a save state there, and then I'll just reload the save state until I actually get the death necklace. So yeah, I'm actually playing this on an emulator because I have the game, the physical copy of the game, but because it's so old, by this point in time your battery's probably going to wear out. So I heard the Japanese version actually used the password system, so it didn't need an in-game battery to save the games on. So I guess those ones don't matter how old the game is. You just always import the password. But unfortunately in America, all our cartridges had the battery saved. So with these old NES games that are 30-some years old, the battery's probably worn out by then. So you won't be able to save them. But thankfully, some virtual console games and emulation, you can do that. So after a while, eventually, here we go, you found the death necklace, and you can sell that for 1,200 gold. I will do that eventually. I wanted to pick that up now because the other coast item in the game, the coast belt, you can automatically get in the grave in Garinham, the next dungeon that we're going to. So it'll be nice to have, both of the coast items in my inventory. I can show off what those coast items do in a future episode. So now let's just get out of the mountain cave. I ended up picking up a fighter's ring and putting it on. Remember, I sold all the fighter's rings that I had so I can get that new dialogue from that soldier back in Rimuldar at the beginning of the episode. So yeah, I'm back to now having, the full herbs, 6 herbs. Got a torch again to make up for the torch I found here. Got the fighter's ring, and now I also have that coast necklace. So, oops, went down too far there. And I'm just gonna take up the stairs. Alrighty, so you don't have to worry about going to the mountain cave ever again. So, see a mountain cave, you're a nice place to grind for gold. Speaking of gold, we're very, very close to getting the 7,700 gold that you need to get the magic armor. Now, at this point, if you have 6 herbs and are level 12, you can get the best armor in the game, Erdrick's armor. Down into the south, there's a village there. But like I said, I'm playing the game as the developers intended. So I'm playing as if I don't know where all that stuff is. So I'm just going to be saving up to get that magic armor. But if you know where the best armor is, at this point, with some luck, you can actually defeat the mini-boss who guards that armor. And you basically have like the best armor in the game. Has the best defensive power. It prevents Stopspell from ever working on you. Reduces hope type spells by 1/3. Recovers 1 hit point per step. Overworld in town, in dungeons. And it also prevents you from taking damage from any damage tiles. So that swamps, barriers, none of them will hurt you anymore. So it's a good armor to have. But like I said, I'm going to play the game kind of like as it was intended, as if I don't know where stuff is. So now we do know that the grave in Garinham contains a silver harp, and that one guy needs a silver harp. So we don't know where the grave in Garinham is, but probably behind this locked door. We were told we have to push against the wall, though, and that clue will come in handy in a little bit. So as we transitioned through that screen, you saw there was another screen up to the top there. So there's one town called Harkness far to the south, but I don't know if it still exists. They say that Erdrick's armor was hidden long ago. I suggest making a map if that path leads into darkness. Let's grab some treasure here. So again, a little bit of information there. You know, Erdrick's armor, town Harkness, so they're kind of tied together. Erdrick's armor is actually in Harkness, but we'll actually learn where in Harkness later on. I'm going to open this door even though it's pointless to do so. Because if we talk with the guard on the left, he says, I'm too busy. Talk with the guard on the right, or talk with the other guard. We talk with the other guard, he says the same thing. Hey, I'm too busy to talk. I don't know what they're busy guarding, they're just kind of hanging there. Maybe they're like playing cards with each other or something, so I don't know. Well, this lady, unfortunately, she got in our way. We need to talk with her, though. I hate people. Go, leave me. Well, we don't like you because you're blocking our path. That, the third square over, we push on that wall, we head into darkness. And we see this guy here, who tells us that the harp attracts enemies. Stay away from the grave in Garinham. Well, unfortunately, we have to go into the grave of Garinham, but we're not going to go in there this episode. That's what we're going to do in our next episode. Take care. See you then. Bye.